Hello and a very, very warm welcome to you. This, of course, is Big Wheels and you're watching it with me, Rishabh Matharu. Now, it's a beautiful windy day out there and a perfect setting for you to sit back and watch what we have on the show. This week, we pit the icons of the business saloon class together. The A6 faces the Mercedes E350. We also catch up with all the action at the Polo Cup Round 2. And get up to speed with all the newsmakers in our news of the week. Well, time to kickstart the show, and what better to do it than a head-on comparison between two icons of the executive business saloon class. Of course, I'm talking about the Mercedes E350 and Audi's all-new A6. Now, we put them together for a head-on comparison, and here's what we found out. $45 to 55 lakhs is a lot of money to spend on a car. And if you've got that kind of money, you'll probably be looking at the three major German players in the market: BMW, Mercedes, and Audi. And of the three, your eyes must probably be locked on the E-Class from Mercedes-Benz, because it's been along for a long time, but now it faces some stiff competition a little further up the alphabetical order, and that's from Audi's A6. I've got Dilip Desai with me, Chief Road Tester for Big Wheels, to check out the cars and see which one offers more bang for your buck. Hi Kaka, how are you doing?
Hi Rishabh, how are you? Nice to see you.
So which A6 do you have with you today?
This is a new A6 3-liter TFSI, and I'm ready to go for a spin and find out how the car compares with the rest of the competition.
So let's do just that. The Mercedes E350 has been around for a while. So much so that it's been a benchmark in this class for the longest time. Even though recently the BMW 5 Series has been running amok in terms of sales figures. However, this time around we decided to focus on just these two for one reason only. The Mercedes E350 has been the saloon of choice for many reasons. But now the Audi all-new A6 wants that crown and doesn't seem to want to settle for anything less. And why should it? It's a very premium product even in this class, and offers everything a discerning buyer of these cars would be looking for. Its fresh gives a whole new meaning to luxury saloons and offers some scintillating performance in the bargain. While being quite a looker too, this 2011 iteration of a very successful executive sedan is bristling with groundbreaking tech all round. It's lighter by 30 kilos thanks to the extensive use of aluminium, more intuitive and user-friendly thanks to the various driver aids, and powerful and responsive too. But we'll get to that later. Design-wise, it's a gracious blend of athleticism and elegance, with the sportiest proportions in this segment. The long engine hood, sweeping roofline, and flank lines offer a unique dynamic stance that stands out anywhere. Inside the cockpit is a luxurious array of instruments, all laid out logically and intuitively. It's roomy and echoes the exterior well. A thing you'll notice when behind the wheel is the wraparound feel of the chassis. The sleek quality extends all round with layered wood veneer and an innovative lighting package. And needless to say, there's the latest gen MMI system at your fingertips for access to various systems in the car. The Mercedes, on the other hand, is contemporary as compared to the A6. However, the intelligent E-Class is now improved, offering better rigidity, seats, and auto-adjusting shock absorbers that adjust automatically according to the driving situation. Looks-wise, the E-Class is a lot more fluid and masculine. The E's eyes are now reinterpreted as rectangles, and this works well with the upright stance of the car, showcasing its ability as a business saloon. From the inside, the Mercedes feels familiar. Tons of typical Mercedes attention to detail can be seen on the big E-Class. It's a harmonious blend of luxury and form. However, put one against the other like any buyer would, and there's just one that stands out. This time around, it's definitely the Regal A6. Notch one up for the Audi. However, what are they like on the move, and more importantly, how do they match up against each other? Well, nothing like a good run to find out. The E350 is quite a potent performer. The 6-cylinder V6 petrol is power-packed and ushers you from not to fast without having to ring the engine for performance.
The E350 is absolutely loaded in terms of refinement. The engine is smooth, absolutely on boil. There's plenty of power. Now, the only thing is, of course, when you slip in a drive mode, the drive is quite supple. It's quite laid back in terms of my driving style. But if you choose to have a little more action, all you've got to do is just step down on the paddle shift and put the pedal to the metal and hear that engine go absolutely nuts.
Audi's A6 will be available in 4 options of power plant, 2 diesel and 2 petrol. And of the 2, we got the slick 3-liter turbo stratified fuel-injected variant that puts out some Mercedes figures.
This engine coupled to a 7-speed automatic gearbox is a pleasure to drive. The performance is outstanding, exhilarating. I don't have to add any special words, but you drive this car and you realize what I'm saying.
When it came to the high stakes in the engine department, we just had to give it to the very exciting 3-liter TFSI A6. As the saying goes, power is nothing without control. The A6 embodies that saying perfectly, offering its owner some splendid ride and handling traits. All thanks to the phenomenal Quattro all-wheel drive system.
All the competition that this car has in the market also handles very well. But then there is something what you call having an edge over everybody else. And this car does have an edge over everybody else. It exceeds in all the departments of braking, cornering, everything you can think of. It's a totally driver's delight.
Compare that to the big E350 and that's when things start to get really interesting.
Well, when it comes to ride quality, the Big E definitely knows how to soak it up. In fact, it's got that magic carpet ride quality that can absolutely soak up anything that the road has to throw up on you. Undulations, ruts and bridges, bad roads, potholes, you name it, and the Big E just goes over it and absolutely soaks all of it up. Unbeatable. On the handling front, of course, I'm guessing the A6 is a lot more exciting. The Mercedes-Benz has a little bit more bulk than the A6.
While the Mercedes has been renowned in terms of its ride quality, the A6 again pips the E-Class to take top honors deep in Mercedes territory. And when it came to the handling, the A6 very clearly had the edge. So what's it going to be? The 4 rings or the 3-point star? We just had to get together and figure it all out.
You've driven both the cars extensively. In your opinion, why is that a better car?
Both these cars have proved their mettle over a period of time, and Mercedes-Benz has been there for quite some time and established its own benchmark. But when you see the new Audi A6, drive it around, you get a feeling that it's a slot above the basic benchmark. Again, I'm not trying to belittle anybody. These are all state-of-art technology, good cars, established credentials, everything. But one day's drive and testing and you're convinced that the car is a cut above the rest. 3-pointed star on the bonnet is an established credential which cannot be denied. You have to give its own place and respect. But at the same time, when it boils down to sheer added pleasure at the weekend, in other words, This Audi A6 can become a family transport, can become a luxury sedan, and on the weekends you go to a hill station, it can become a sports car. You can really throw it around and get away with it. I am not saying that the other equivalent sedans and other competition underperform. They don't. But then the benchmark, this is about the benchmark.
Well, so there you have it. The A6 is definitely shining bright in this space, and well, it's just a matter of time before we see its competition catch up or even try and set a new benchmark on that term.
Thank you, Rishabh. That was exciting.
Well, the Audi A6 clearly emerging as the car to watch out for in the executive business saloon car class. But time for a quick break. We'll see you at the other end of this short one.
Coming up, we check out all the racing action from the Volkswagen Polo Cup Round 2 in Coimbatore.